Hi Aries, the sun just peeked through in the otherwise cloudy day, and we came here with the visitor who is ready for the reading, even though she's Aquarius, but she's coming to your reading. So let's start. So I have to keep it under YouTube's 10-minute recommendation, which I never succeed at, and I really want to kind of like see how everything connects. So guys, as a general reading, you know the rules. Make sure that you also check your ascendant and check your moon sign in addition to the sun sign in order for you to get more messages. If you have a reading catered to you, just get a reading with me, and you can seek me out at tarot.ca. So King of Pentacles jumped out and it was reversed. It kind of like, to me, I don't like this king when he comes reversed, because he's promising the world and he's delivering on nothing. So be very wary of promises made to you this month, especially more so. We are going into Mercury retrograde October 13th to November 3rd. It's going to affect big times the elections in the US. Usually when Mercury retrograde, commitment is made, always comes back. It's being revised in one way or another. So this also is a message to you. Be real careful about your own affairs, especially when you're signing contracts or anything like that. If you can in any other way, shape or form to commit only after November 4th on, that will be way better. So let's see, Aries, what's happening this month? You're having a Nine of Swords. Maybe you had some issues, maybe you had some kind of like positioning, maybe there were like lots of kind of like balls up in the air and you really needed to work with this. It was like a little reversed, kind of like really talks about that certain kind of like cloudy situations are now less cloudy, that you're kind of like digging the direction in which way, kind of like rowing right through, boring right through, that you can kind of like get this breakthrough. But this generally talks about sometimes being caught doing the same things over and over and yet expecting different results. So hence it can be counterproductive, to say the least, right? So the card that is coming through is Judgment. This is one of my karma cards. This is not so much, first of all, it's a major arcana. This is like a must do, must talk, must acknowledge. When Judgment card kind of like comes through, it's always talking about sort of like universe looking down on us and checking us out. So you are going to be under the loop, and it's going to start right on the 1st. It's going to last until October 30th. So you're 30-day observation. Just think about somebody's following you around. You're really seen, and you have been like forewarned over here. So October 1st is full moon in Aries. So this is like something that is now culminating from your birthday. It's coming here. So whatever the feelers you have sent out, now they're coming through. So whenever this card shows through, even though it's upright and it's technically very positive, it really depends on what you did over this time, because the positive thing is also clearing the situation now. It's sort of like if you, for example, took something away from somebody and got away with this, now it's going to be this repositioning, reclarification. But ultimately, if you did everything right, if you followed through, maybe you have been wondering how come like you're not pushing forward, in a way that maybe you were expecting. Now things are going to get better and work better, right? And the sounds that you're hearing is the cat who is now coming to a dog and expecting to be petted. So luckily, she's like less maintenance for me and more for him. So let's see what is this clarified. Whoa, they're like two great things together. Oh my gosh, this is a really, really powerful situation. So there is like some kind of like level of clarity. There is like this renewal and taking control of your lives. It's kind of like feeling that you're on the top of the world, which is very strange, because generally when you go to transition of Libra, you feel weak. You feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get out of bed, which is very typical from you. So hence that stale energy creates all of this cloudiness and everything. But it looks to me that maybe you had a little bit of it, but the clarification will be coming through and it's going to feel really, really great. You still need some work to do, because 10 of Wands talks about you're just like you're overextended you put too much on your plate, whatever it is. Maybe you are late to submit certain things, maybe you need to look in certain things, maybe you have deadlines at work, maybe like a whole bunch of things and projects waiting for you, and maybe that's why you get all overwhelmed and you're saying, oh my gosh, like I just want to drop everything kind of like as it is. In the past, you have the Empress, and this is like Venus, which means that for some of you, maybe there's like some kind of a flirtation that is happening. Maybe you pampered yourself. Maybe you're kind of like energizing yourself. Maybe you feel the issue is that you didn't put yourself on the pedestal. Maybe somebody else is putting you on a pedestal. I mean, I see like also like that, the moment when you get out of this karmic observation period that I told you, for you it will be 30 days. I wish it comes so clear for the other signs, because then you just tell them, be on your best behavior, you're being inspected, trust me, you would really kind of like thank me later, right? But here it's like telling me that, you know, the moment when you get on the 31st, Halloween, and this kind of like celebration of full moon in Taurus, you're going to feel very accomplished. This kind of like feeling controlled and feeling supervised by the above feels really weird for you, but nonetheless, you know, you really need to ease. Like there's like some foundation that you have built, and the foundation is not built on a good ground. You need to revisit that. You need to kind of like check all your plans. You need to see if the people who are around you are committing to your cause, committing to your ideas, are true to you. And I think they will be, but just the fact that you have this conversation is going to take this to the next level. So then it's above you, you have this King of Wands. So this is the second time that I see some kind of like Leo coming through. So you have Leo, you have a Scorpio, you have Libra, you have Taurus so far peeking through. And this is really talking about activity. There is like this renewal and birth, and you're like putting around, you are like doing things, you're like finally kind of like maybe dropping all this kind of like wands and saying, okay, I maybe cannot do 10 projects, but I can do one and I'll finish one. It's more than like, I mean, thinking about 10 and finishing 0. So it's going to be kind of like pacing yourself in a good direction. Another karma card, and this is the World, and this is like ta-da card, right? So the kitty is like, so first of all, it's infinity over here. The kitty is dreaming about becoming this kitty, and when it becomes this kitty dreams about this one. So it's kind of like this perpetual kind of like hourglass motion, right? And there's like something that is happening that is accomplishing the cycle for you, and it looks like this kind of like clarity that you're receiving, and this like task-oriented approach, and maybe even pragmatic kind of like issue, and karma is rewarding you. Look, you're going from 20 to 21, and that's a big step. And this means that when we enter Scorpio, and it's going to be October 22nd, shift is going to happen to you. Also need to tell you that this Mercury retrograde, when we enter Scorpio, is going to be kind of difficult for you. It looks like it might be really smooth sailing, but this sexy Scorpio, it can be all of these dark and murky things, and some people don't want to look at it, or they feel if they reveal certain things about themselves, that the other person is just going to shy away or just like be terrified of this, right? But there can be some kind of like temptations as well, but I really don't see that for you. And you have a Queen of Wands. There's like this coupling, and this, oh my gosh, actually that's the second side of this Mercury in Scorpio. This is like some connections are really working well, and this connection for a lifetime. There is like a strong, guys, if you are not looking, then look. If you're looking and you have been going around, like patting around, enjoying dating, it's going to look like this is it. Commitments might be made for you this month. Very strongly. This is like unbelievable what I'm seeing so far. You have a Knight of Swords. It could be some information, some messages, some communications. This can be also part of Mercury retrograde. You might also have exes coming to your life, and maybe this is good to kind of like see this comparison. Am I right, and am I ready to move in that new direction, or should I still hold on? And it's kind of like just helping you to reach this clarity. So it's really interesting, because you're getting from this complete confusion to, you know, I'm going. This is like, so you, I'm going. Maybe I don't know the whole freaking road, but I know that right now I feel comfortable, and I know that I can make it from A to B, and then the C is going to become evident. And so you're like really trusting yourself, right? Like, I mean, some people might hold you back, and that's kind of like where you have been for a while, saying, no, 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 you have to have everything mapped out. You have to know the whole freaking life, what you're going to do. I don't know, like I'm on February 1st, like I'm in 2222nd year, and you're like, oh my God, right? I am just not programmable like that. So hopes and fears, you still have some cold feet. You still kind of like are wondering if you're going to have the support, and that's kind of like holding you back a little bit. But you also, because this is falling in the hopes and fears, you also need to understand that this is like somebody and you against the world. You have to get it in your head that with this person is going to be through thick and thin, through injured, through support. And if you feel this way, that this is the person, then go ahead. It is like time to move on. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. This, as I said, this could be commitment. You might be going in this next direction. You might be, you know, saying, okay, I do. Something may happen actually really quickly because of the wands, and you might just change the status to become this Queen of Pentacles. That's again connecting to Halloween. For you, the Halloween and the Scorpio thing, when we switch on the 22nd, is going to be very, very special. It's going to be very, very different. You're going to feel very so look, you have 19, 20, 21. This cannot be a coincidence that this is happening. And plus this 21 card, the World, is mirroring 3, the same vibration. So something that has been brewing, or maybe this also could mean that some X is going to come up from the past, and something that didn't work in the past all of a sudden is going to work, and you're going to decide that what's the waste of time, let's move forward. And the commitment is going to be forged very, very quickly. And I really have to tell you, this is going to last a lifetime, because I actually do have 2 couples over here possibly as well. So this could also mean a kind of like modification and morphing into some new situation. So don't allow these murky thoughts to kind of like hold you down. You always have to focus that, hey, you know what, you know, I need to trust myself, right? And I also need to trust that this person is going to be there for me. And you probably are going to have signs that will be proving to you. You need to kind of just clarify and clear any kind of like secrets or anything that is still not on the table, and that is going to be really simple and move forward. So guys, check me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Get your daily dose of tarot at Catch Tarot. My website, catchtarot.ca, in order to get your reading or just to simply get in touch with me. And you can just write to me directly if you don't want to leave a comment on the site. And I would really appreciate you showing like and subscribe and show up on the live on Saturday, and you will get notification if you're a subscriber if you click on notification. So until the next time, guys, you know that I love you. I wish you all the best and have a wonderful October. Don't forget to come and check what's coming next in this connection. Love you. All the best.